Yeah. I would never touch radiotherapy. We lost several friends this year due to radiotherapy. They got brain hemorrhages or bleeds on the brain after their second, third radios, and I haven't seen what it's destroyed the people around me. And that's maybe on a small brain. They'd have to radiotherapy my entire brain. I just can't risk that. I'd rather go out on my own terms than go out because of something like that. That would destroy me and my family, and you can't come back from.
I'm moving house today. It's been 2 years, 8 months and 28 days, and I've got to say that as I step off the bus for what could be the last time spent as sitting in your boss supermarket queues, etc. And I have to say though, it's only today that I'm glad to be leaving. I really will miss the when Santa
listening to truthconduit.com with Chris McMillan.
So, all right, I'm going to start by saying hello, everybody. Today is April 30th, 2020. My goodness. Different, weird times we're in. So I'm with Kerri Parker. So Kerri, I felt like having a scroll that, that kind of long list like Santa Claus has that it just falls down with all your list of titles and achievements. But like last time, and I've included a few more, I've got Miss Europe, Miss UK, Miss Empire, Miss United Kingdom this time, Playboy Bunny, black belt in karate, and stunt double in Hollywood. You had a bit of adventure doing that as well. Have I left out anything else this time?
This year has brought me an FHM cover star as well.
Yes. I knew that. I didn't mention that, but yes. We last spoke was the end of February. You were doing the fenbendazole treatment, and I appreciate you coming back to talk to me today. I was wondering if you could give us an update, because in response to your recent post on your YouTube channel, I thought, well, something's going on. So here we are. Would you mind giving us an update on the latest news with you?
Yeah, of course. So when I started the fenbendazole late last year, we then had the scan in October where it finally showed us stable after 7 years. So we knew it was working. And because I have a very short prognosis, they didn't think I was going to be alive for my time was very limited. 7 days a week instead of the 3 or 4 it's meant to be. And I took triple to quadruple doses every single day. And we thought we cleared the cancer. And then when I went for my scan in December or January, and they said the cancer's progressing again, I just couldn't figure out what I'd done wrong because I did everything by the book. But it had progressed again. But we learn new things every single day. And what I didn't realise at the time was I killed my tumour so quickly that actually the tumour and the cancer was leaving. I was curing myself so fast that the dead brain cells didn't have time to drain out of my head into my lymphatic system, come out through the body, that they then get used as fuel for the original tumour to feed on. So basically I was providing my existing brain tumour with even more nutrients from the dead brain cells, that it then started to feed on them and grab them back to reform a tumour. But luckily, because I have scans every few months, we could correct the path that I was on. And now we're hoping that I've got a stable result, or it's not active, or it's even shrunk a little now. And we had no idea at the time what I'd done wrong. And now I know I did everything right. And in fact, I was just so close to curing my brain cancer. And now I feel I'm starting again because I refed it. So it's been happy. We know we've nearly cured it, but then we have to step back and now we have to step forward again.
Look, we learn forward from our mistakes. So you learned from your mistake. So basically, to summarize, you were doing too much at the same time, and you weren't washing out. You weren't detoxing to the same level as you were. You weren't keeping up with the proper detox. So what are you going to do now? What changes are you going to make?
So we know now that I should have followed the original protocol of this, like 4 days on, 3 days off, whichever way around it is. So what we've done now, we've actually changed protocol completely, which is a bit of a brave move. We've come off the fenbendazole, and then we're now following the How to Starve Cancer book by Jane McClelland. She's a friend of mine now.
Oh, sorry, Kerri, could you repeat that? You kind of cut out. The which book?
How to Starve Cancer by Jane McClelland.
Okay.
And I've become friends with Jane, and we have contact now. It's the Care Oncology London protocol. So it's the same thing with repurposed drugs, but we're using, instead of the fenbendazole, we're using menbendazole, which is the human equivalent. So that apparently crosses the blood-brain barrier better. And also it's the human equivalent, so I don't have to keep taking dog medicine. And on top of that, we're doing metformin, diabetes drug, statins for cholesterol, aspirin, and an antibiotic as well. And all of them together have been given really great results with the cannabis oil. And lots of my friends have actually cleared their cancer completely from this. So we're hoping when I get my next scan, which should have been last month, but due to the virus, it's delayed. So, but we're hoping that's given me a little bit more time to fix this.
Is menbendazole as accessible as fenbendazole? Can you go into any shop and buy it? Where can you get that?
I'm not sure about the US, but in England and possibly Europe, it's actually discontinued. So I've got mine from Spain and Colombia.
Yeah.
But so you can, any over-the-counter pharmacy, like in Europe, we have Spain or Colombia, if someone got it there. So if you're visiting other countries, you can actually get it over the counter. I'm not sure how to get it other than that. We've all gone abroad for us. But I know the Care Oncology London can prescribe it for us. So there's probably holistic cancer places around the world which can prescribe it. If not, carry on using the fenbendazole.
Yeah, the Care Oncology Hospital, I first heard about them through you. And then after a bit of investigation, they have a very, very good reputation. And so that's great. You're kind of in cahoots with them. And I mean, that's great news. I mean, yeah, you made a mistake, but here you are. You're still going strong. And now, I mean, you seem very optimistic. I mean, that was a very positive video, your latest update. Yeah, that's great. I was going to ask you, what feedback have others been reaching out to you, sharing their similar story? What other feedback have you been getting from people in a similar situation?
I've been getting a lot of people contact me for help at the moment, especially brain tumour patients, just to say you're giving us hope, you're giving us a chance of a life, which is incredible to be able to give back like that. And people with all cancers are coming to me, and I've just been saying to them, I swear by the repurposed drugs, the fenbendazole and the cannabis oils, the CBD, the RSO. And I've been trying to explain to people that I didn't fail, I'm still stable, I've still stopped this cancer, which doctors said cannot be stopped. So it was having to look at the positives rather than negatives, that I don't feel it was a mistake. I feel I'm a guinea pig, that most people I know have tried this with chemotherapy or radiotherapy, and I've done it without anything still after 7 years. So I think there's no question that this works. This stops cancer. I'm now just trying to get into the kill phase, where I kill my original stem cells of the cancer, which has been seeming impossible until we now have this revelation that actually it was working. What we're doing is working. We just have to keep at it for longer. And it feels a never-ending process. 7 years of cancer, 2 years of the first cancer, and then 5 years of this terminal diagnosis. But when they gave us a month to live several years ago, and I'm still standing, it's a case of this must be working. There's no doubt about it.
That's great. Kerri, one thing that I didn't ask you the last time we spoke, it was early February, it was right at the end of January. What do you think caused your tumor?
So there's no research what really suggests what causes brain tumours. Now, Brain Tumour Research in England are a charity that I sort of became the unofficial face of. And we actually raised $20,000, so around $30,000 for them. And we visited the lab. I sponsored 5 days of research for them. But no one knows what causes brain tumors. However, I always slept with my mobile phone under my pillow there, and that's where my original tumor was. So I do believe the radiation from my mobile caused the brain tumor. And a lot of people in my cancer have cancer in my family anyway. My mum's the only one that doesn't have cancer, pretty much. Everyone else had brothers and sisters, nan, granddad, nan's 9 sisters, all died of cancer. So genetically, I'm predispositioned to have cancer. So I think the radiation from my mobile caused it. Every single cancer in our family has been a different cancer. The smoke has been leukemia, breast cancer. So I think mine just became brain because of mobile phone use, and I can't think of anything else that it could have been.
Yeah.
So now I'm very anti-radiation, anti-smart meters.
Yeah. You were kind of cutting off there a little bit, but I got 90% of what you said. Yeah, that's I didn't know that about your family. Very interesting about your phone. It is a very strong hypothesis, but basically what you're saying is it's a likely candidate, but there's no solid proof yet. But yeah, I'm the same. I mean, I am afraid of my phone. I use it as a tool, but I got about several years ago, I got to a point where I will never put it up to my ear again. I just won't.
Yeah. I'm one of these annoying people that uses the speaker when they walk.
Yeah, that's exactly. I use the speaker. Exactly. If I can't use the speaker, then I'll talk to them later. Exactly. Okay. So we're in, the elephant in the room, the coronavirus. Here we are. We're, everybody's housebound, quarantined. My question is, how has the coronavirus affected your ability to get supply for some of the supplements and drugs that you're getting?
Well, luckily, just before the lockdown, we had people send a ton of drugs from Spain. And one of Mum's friends visited Colombia. And he said he got me so many medicines, he had to throw his clothes out of his suitcase to make room for them. And then we had some medicine sent from the USA as well. So I actually stockpiled quite a lot of medicines for the next couple of months, which was amazing because there's just no international post right now. And then I've been in lockdown 6 weeks now, and there's been no MRI scans. I couldn't start chemo even if I needed to. I have to have IVF now to freeze my eggs just because of the cancer. There's no appointments. And with the scan being delayed, it's been quite concerning because, they said I had a month to live 2 years ago. So just that extra month or two between MRIs has been terrifying. So if I was not doing what I'm doing and it was out of control for me, I'd be terrified. But because my cancer's in my own hands with the medicines that I've got, I kind of feel safer waiting because I know I'm in control and the virus and the hospitals are not in control of me, if that makes sense, which is reassuring.
Kerri, that is exactly why you fell onto my radar, because I am drawn to people who write their own script in life and use their own judgment and question the system. And that's what we have to do. Sometimes the system may work, but it is our responsibility to always question it. And because at the end of the day, it's up to every individual to decide what's best for them.
Yeah.
What's next then? What's your plan? What are you going to do? And when do you possibly think you might get a next scan? Is there any news? What's the future look like?
Well, I saw my oncologist last week, I think, and she said that she has got me a scan booked, but I haven't had anything through yet, no dates, no letters. So I'm hoping it's in May. My original scan was in April, that got pushed back to May, that got cancelled. So I am hoping it is going to be in May, and then I'm hoping this lockdown finishes and we just go about our daily life. But of course, we don't know what's going to be our statistics. I think we might have overtaken Italy, China, and America, and we're so small. So if we're one part of America, which is such a big country, it's crazy that it's probably going to get worse here. So there's just I've just stopped worrying about it and just trying to rest every day, keep myself healthy, keep my mental health and physical health at the best it can be.
Yeah. And how's your mom holding up?
She's amazing. She's had me to look after, and she's been caring for me. My boyfriend and mum have cared for me, so they've been back and forth. They're isolating, I'm isolating, but then I get to be looked after by them, which is good. Because I've developed epilepsy due to the reactivation of the tumour. So it's quite scary being on my own lately. So she's had to look after me. She's had to rush me back and forth to epilepsy, oncology, blood tests. My little sister has just given birth.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm an auntie. She's given birth, I think it's 2 weeks ago, and none of us can see the baby. We can't even hold the poor little baby, and he's so small and cute. And then my other sister's not very well either. She's quite young. I think she's 22. And she's having a lot of problems just with mental health and just the depression of being in this lockdown, out of work. So my mum's looking after all 3 girls. And she's also got a new job. So she's a superhero right now, working from home, looking after us. And I think she's been doing a lot for charity at the moment, for the hospice. That's been helping me. She's been giving back, helping the charity as well. So she's just a superwoman. I don't know how she does it. And looks after her own self and her health as well.
That's great.
She's amazing.
Yeah, it's really important to have all the support, and yeah, we're all very fortunate being in the situation. If we've got a close knit support group, both physically and psychologically, it's really important. Things are opening up here. You know, I'm in Texas, and tomorrow, I think people can go back out again officially. Even though where I live, people have been out anyway because I'm out in the country, but it's just a crazy situation to keep an eye on, and I'm glad you're holding up. It was very wise of you to stock up on everything before, you know, all this got started. So you're going to continue with the fenbendazole and all of that. I mean, it could be a blessing in disguise. It just gives you more time to clear yourself out, assuming so. And so, yeah, hopefully May then, next scan, yeah?
I hope so. And because the cancer started progressing, and I didn't know what more I could throw at this, how much money it's cost, how many different places I've been around the world, how much different medicines I've tried, I thought I might have to consider the low-dose chemo, which Jane McClelland in the book actually promotes, because I think it's the TMZ chemo has a 35% kill rate, but the metformin diabetes drug has a 40% kill rate. But you put them together, you get a 95% kill rate of the brain tumour. So my mum has been saying to me, forget the fact that chemo might cause a second cancer or third cancer later on. Let's just try and get you another couple of years. And I was considering it. But now we know actually that I was curing my cancer. That's now not an option. And this extra time is nice that I could show some shrinkage. And then the doctors will leave me alone and stop telling me I'm dying. And I've actually got this.
Yeah. So chemo would be your very last resort.
Yeah. I would never touch radiotherapy. We lost several friends this year due to radiotherapy. They got brain hemorrhages or bleeds on the brain after their second, third radios, and I haven't seen what it's destroyed the people around me. And that's maybe on a small brain. They'd have to radiotherapy my entire brain. I just can't risk that. I'd rather go out on my own terms than go out because of something like that. That would destroy me and my family, and you can't come back from.
And are you following any particular diet right now? Like, are you on I've heard that the ketogenic diet is really good for, keeping the cancer at bay. Is there any particular food regime you're following?
My mum does keto, but I can't get on with it. I feel physically sick, and I run every day, so I need carbs.
Yeah.
So I'm not really too full on the whole keto for brain tumours. I tried to do an alkaline diet. Last year, when I was at the Hoxie Clinic in Tijuana, I was on a raw food vegan diet where you couldn't have anything. It's out of a packet, if it's out of it. If it's juice,
sorry,
it's not
Kerri,
a glass bottle, you can't have.
You cut off there. You couldn't have the vegan diet. You couldn't have anything. What?
So the raw vegan diet that the hospital put me for, it was nothing in a tin, packet, processed. So it was essentially your only raw juice and fruit and vegetable. Travelled when I left the house. In England, it's not that accessible like it is somewhere like LA. In America, you have so much variety. And now with the lockdown, I'm just eating whatever I can, to be honest, which is not fully healthy. But I try and just have a lot of fruits and vegetables, supplements, and clean food. But I do still have takeaways, and up until this month, I was having so I can have a life as well. And I know that's silly. You're dying, you want to give yourself the best shot, but I like food.
Yeah. When I lived in England,
made myself stable,
that's one thing that I miss about living in England is there was a really good, you could get a takeaway Indian anywhere you lived, on every corner. Yeah. I don't know if I told you, I used to live in Brighton. That's where I got married. So yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that is one disadvantage to the coronavirus situation is lack of accessibility to certain types of really healthy food. But I mean, you seem to be adapting to that. That's good.
Yeah.
Well,
now we can get to the shops. It's been easier. The first month of England, you could not get to the supermarket. There was no pasta, no liver. England went crazy. We had nothing.
I remember hearing about that, because I've got
a bit easier now, but back then it was just.
Oh, so it is easier now, yeah. No, I've got 3 sister-in-laws in England, in Chester, Stockport, and Harpington. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, we've been keeping up, they've been updating us on, I basically have keeping up with what's going on in England up close through my wife. Well, Kerri, thank you very much. Let's wrap up. I mean, what plugins, how can people go see what you're up to and support you and just follow Kerri Parker? What any plugins do you have?
So my YouTube is www.youtube.com/Kerri Parker, and that's Kerri, Kerri. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. Instagram is Kerri Parker Stunts. My Facebook profile is Kerri Parker Academy, and I also have my Facebook cancer page, which is Kerri Parker Kicks Cancer's Ass. So those are ways people can reach out to me if they want any help or assistance, and just to watch my blogs and see what's happening.
That's great, Kerri. I sincerely wish you luck. We'll be keeping an eye on what's going on. And a lot of people are, a lot of people in your situation who are taking the fenbendazole and all of that are really appreciative, I'm sure, of, because you are, you're a celebrity basically. And so a lot of people are really, appreciating you being so open and following what you're going through. It really is a very interesting story to follow. So, I'll be keeping an eye on you, and let's stay in touch. I really appreciate it, Kerri.
Thank you, Chris.
Walking down the street, the children play. For them, it's just another day. The future's reflected in their parents' faces, who chose to stay on in this place where they were born, went to school, got married, had kids, like their grandparents before them did. Got to escape, before it's too late. Although today I could say that I really will miss the Gwen Santa. But yeah, I was right. Knew what it was like. Gwen Santa.
You've been listening to truthconduit.com with Chris McMillan. Go to the subscribe page and sign up to get notifications of the latest posts. And check out the support page to help keep it going.
Yeah, I've got a friend in Jesus Christ. I've got a friend in Jesus Christ, and Krishna and Buddha and my bartender.